I never thought my marriage would end like this. But when I saw her with him, laughing, touching his hand, the way she used to touch mine, I knew this wasn't just a mistake. It was a betrayal. And what happened next changed everything. Hello, thank you for your continuous support. This means a lot to us. If you enjoy the stories we share, kindly subscribe to this channel. It would be great if you could leave a comment about which city you're watching from. We might just give you a shout out in our next story. Now, let's dive into the details of today's story. I met Rachel when I was 26, fresh out of graduate school and eager to build a life. She was everything I had ever wanted: intelligent, kind, and with a smile that could light up the darkest days. We fell in love quickly, moving in together within a year. 2 years later, I proposed, and she said yes without hesitation. Our wedding was small but beautiful, surrounded by close friends and family who all believed we were perfect for each other. For the first few years, we were happy. At least, I thought we were. We traveled, planned our future, talked about kids. But slowly, things started changing. Rachel became distant, more absorbed in her phone, more secretive about her plans. When I asked if something was wrong, she brushed it off. Just work stress, she'd say, kissing my cheek before heading out the door. But then came the late nights, the unanswered texts, the coldness in bed. I told myself it was just a phase, that every couple went through rough patches. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. One night, she left her phone on the table while taking a shower. I never believed in snooping, but something in me snapped. I picked it up, my hands trembling. There were messages from a contact saved as Ava Work, but the words made my stomach turn. I can't wait to see you again. Last night was incredible. I scrolled up, my breath catching in my throat. There were photos, selfies of them together, holding hands, sharing drinks. And then there were the messages, far too intimate to be just colleagues. I didn't confront her immediately. I needed proof, needed to be sure. So the next day I followed her. She said she had a late meeting. Instead, she went to a bar downtown, and within minutes, a man joined her. I watched from my car as she leaned into him, laughing, touching his arm. My stomach churned. The moment they left together, I knew it was over. That night, I packed my bags. When she came home, she barely noticed until she saw the suitcase by the door. "What's this?" she asked, her voice laced with confusion. I took a deep breath. "I know, Rachel. I saw the messages. I saw you with him." Her face paled. I, it's not what you think. Don't insult me by lying again. Just tell me the truth." She opened her mouth, then closed it. After a long pause, she simply said, "I'm sorry." That was it. No explanation, no begging for forgiveness. Just two words that meant nothing anymore. I left that night, but the pain stayed with me. The betrayal wasn't just about the cheating. It was about the lies, the broken trust, the life we had built that turned out to be a facade. Weeks later, as I sat in my new apartment, staring at the divorce papers, I realized something. This wasn't the end of my life. It was the beginning of something new. And maybe, just maybe, it was the best thing that could have happened to me.